guys, it's your big, bold, bad boy Jules here, yet again with an episode of the most insane things happening in wrestling this week. Let's not mess about and make like we're f***ing an egg and crack on hard. So let's kick things off by talking about Big Match John and his new film, Blockers, or as it clearly is meant to be known, Cock Blockers. The Red Band trailer, which dropped this week, contains more foul content than a dockyard portable loo covered in jizz, and contains a puerile sense of humour not seen since, well, me. Now, this doesn't look like it's going to be challenging Kubrick or Hitchcock in terms of cinematic prowess, but it does contain a good visual example of John Cena versus Roman Reigns' last feud, in that it's got John Cena with a tube up his arse, squirting juice into somebody else's unsuspecting face. That's WWE writing for you there. Am I going to see it? Yeah, probably. Can't be any worse than that armed response tosh I've been asked to promote. So remember way back last Sunday at TLC when we got all that shenanigans and we had Kurt Angle and The Shield teaming up against The Miz, The Bar, Kane and Braun Strowman, and we got Finn Balor versus AJ Styles? That was pretty decent, wasn't it? With Mumps now playing a better booker than all of the WWE creative team, we got to see two legendary matches, with Finn versus AJ being worthy of a 5-star rating. Kurt Angle deserves massive props for coming back. I mean, I would have liked to see him in the Olympic gear rather than the Shield stuff, but that is just me being picky. It was a fantastic match, and he took hella bumps for a man his age. So props to you, mate. However, as I pitched in my news video that detailed Kurt Angle's return, does this highlight a problem with WWE's booking? I would say yes, because they clearly thought that only Kurt Angle unretiring was worthy of Roman Reigns' replacement. They literally thought that no one else could step into that position, and that says a lot about your locker room if you feel that in a pinch you have to bring back a legend. I'm not complaining though, because it was a great match, but still, food for thought. That being said, there were a fair few weird moments at the TLC pay-per-view, paramount of which was when Jason Jordan came down to the ring and threw a f***ing salad's worth of vegetables at Elias. Like a petulant child. It was kind of like getting a look behind the curtain though, because obviously with AJ coming over and Kurt Angle coming out to fight again, it was like the storytelling for the entire event had just crumbled under its own weight, and the creative team were just kind of like, right, okay, how do we get over that Jason Jordan doesn't like Elias? I know, just have him throw a f***ing deconstructed minestrone at the minstrel. That'll work. Brilliant. It was a very bizarre moment nonetheless, and I did laugh like a child, but still, weird. So, to prove that not all things in wrestling are either negative or problematic, let's talk about some goodness. And in this case, it's Davey Boy Smith Jr. saving the life of a woman. Hey, Light, you f***ing about again? So this week in Calgary, Davey Boy Smith Jr. saw a woman who was standing on a bridge who was, well, gonna jump. He basically dragged her off the edge, pinned her to the floor in a full mount position, and kept her there until authorities could come along and sort out the situation and calm her down. Now, it's really good that he did this, and we should give him praise because he's definitely made his dad proud, but at the same time, he did pat himself on the back quite a lot about it. I mean, if you read his statement, Jesus Christ, you'd think he was Superman. Good. No, I'm getting beside the point. It's very good that he saved somebody's life. Big props to you, mate. Mental health awareness, I'm all about that shit. But maybe try and be a bit more humble about it next time, all right? I've heard stories about you. That whole siege thing's a bit, forced, isn't it? I mean, it's like, if you're gonna have your brands fight each other, then maybe you should build up to it for more than just a hot minute. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was really exciting to see more red and blue bashing going on than Elmo and the Cookie Monster having a game of Soggy Cookie. But at the same time, it does raise a lot of questions. The premise of SmackDown is it's meant to be the land of opportunity, yet because it's got less titles and less sort of career-making matches, it rarely is. I mean, the whole narrative of the entire show is usually, I didn't get my shot. What are you gonna do about it? Said commissioner / authority figure. Nothing? Well, I guess I'll turn heel then. That is pretty much the driving force. So why would chucking on a blue sleeveless shirt change any of that? I mean, let's take Mojo Rawley as an example. Mojo went out and he publicly complained to Shane O'Mac saying, I don't get any sort of push in the competitive circle or any run in the tag division. Yet here he was doing Shane's bidding. The same Shane O'Mac that has officially stomped him down time and time again. It makes no sense from a storytelling perspective. It's not a problem if you can just look past it, but come on, guys. Whew, Impact Wrestling is a strange beast. It literally is a shambling corpse that just refuses to die. Like, I don't know how it does it. I'm actually genuinely impressed that it's still going. Take, for example, the latest stuff that's just come out this week. So basically, there's a company called Anthem, who is basically their big sponsors and funders. They have officially severed ties with TNA/GFW/Impact, whatever it's called now. But that thing was never made official in the first place. They just gave them a load of money and never had any contracts drawn up. But now they've officially said that they're not going to give them any money and there's no contracts to tear up. It's just absolutely bizarre. The backstage politics of TNA/Impact/GFW, whatever you want to call it, are so convoluted that it's almost like reading the Kama Sutra in Japanese, being delivered through mime. Bizarre. And yet it's still going. It's still coming on. I mean, God bless it for trying. I mean, as we all know, it's pretty hard to get a wrestling promotion off the ground. And those were the most insane things happening in wrestling this week. Thank you very much for watching and making it through to the end of the video. And as per usual, I will read now my favorite comments from last week's episode. Jules is as dumb as a depression-crippled penguin. Thank you very much. You are welcome.